This video is brought to you by Loot Crate. Head today to lootcrate.com/reviewtechusa and enter the code RTU to save 10% on any subscription plan. Skip it up and that up. I'm telling you, man, Kickstarter's days are numbered, and this one is a ginormous nail in the crowd-funded coffin. In one of the most high-profile Kickstarter flops, Yogsventures, the game from the minds of popular YouTube channel Yogscast, was canceled today because they ran out of money. Although the Kickstarter campaign made its goal, and then some, developer of the game Winter Cool Games did not have enough money to keep the project alive. Winter Cool will shut down following the cancellation. This is what Lewis Brindley, co-founder of Yogscast, had to say to backers of their campaign. As you may have heard, Winter Cool Games have stopped work on Yogsventures, but this is actually a good thing. Is it? As the project was proving too ambitious and difficult for the team to complete with their 6-man team. Now here's another interesting little blurb that Lewis Brindley said. Although we're under no obligation to do anything, instead we're going to do our best to make this right and make you really glad you backed the project. What he means is they're going to give you other rewards, and they're going to give the assets of Yogsventures, the code, the game code and everything, they're going to give them to a developer called Nerd Kingdom, who is developing a game called TUG, which stands for, I shit you not, the Untitled Game. I'll have a link below to the game's website so you can go check it out. I watched their trailer. It actually looks pretty cool, I have to admit. Also, I almost forgot to mention that Yogscast, due to the fact that their game Yogsventures is being canceled, to make it up to their backers, they're going to give the backers a free code to TUG, so you get that game for free as kind of like an apology for, hey, you know, we couldn't finish Yogsventures, so here's another game instead. So at least they're doing something instead of just saying, yeah, we burned through almost $600,000 and have nothing to show for it. So good on them for doing that, especially since they're not required to do anything at all. So first and foremost, I say this every time I talk about a failed Kickstarter. You know damn well going in that your money could be completely just burned away and used for nothing. You could get nothing out of funding a project, all right? So when a project like this fails, or any project on Kickstarter or Indiegogo goes belly up, you can't get pissed off that it failed. I mean, you can get pissed off, but you can't expect a refund. You can't expect anything because you knew that going in, that you could get nothing out of funding this person's crowdfunded project. That's just how it goes. But with that being said, I can't picture people, I don't care if they're 15 or 45, tolerating crowdfunding websites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo forever when major projects like this go belly up. I know people always say, oh, you know, kids are young and dumb, they'll keep funding projects, or people are just too big of fanboys of certain people, so they'll keep funding projects. I don't buy it. You may disagree with me, but eventually I think people are just going to say, screw it. I give up on this. Every time I fund one of these things, nothing happens. And kids are smart enough to know, hey, I've funded like this guy's project or 4 different projects 4 times and nothing happened. I give up. I'm not wasting my money anymore. You know, I mean, look at what happened just recently, that video I made where a random guy said he was like, yeah, I'm going to make my own Half-Life, but they're not going to be able to sue me for it because I'm going to get rid of the dash between half and life. And the project got canceled. And he was only asking for the equivalent to like $2,500 or $3,000 US. Shit like that just turns people off because it's so weird. It's so shady. And people are just eventually going to get tired of it. Like, look, man, I'm not going to keep funding these projects and getting nothing out of it. You know, and if you think about it this way, I mean, yeah, 250. I mean, they ended up getting over close to 600,000. But 250,000, there were 6 developers working on this Yogsventures game, okay? Say they all got 50,000 a year salary. That's $300,000 right there. So they would have been, well, and $50,000, I'll tell you right now, To you younger guys, it may sound like a lot to, you know, pay rent or a mortgage and live life. 50,000 ain't shit. So they really only, like, say they had that kind of salary and then the rest of the money was used for development costs. It's not that's 260 something thousand dollars. You know, it's not, I mean, it is a lot of money, but to develop a huge indie game like they were trying to do, it really isn't. And that makes me think that they actually think through how much it was going to cost to make this game. Did they think how much they really needed? Because even though they got over double what they asked for in their Kickstarter, it still wasn't enough money. And this is where I agree with people like the Archfiend, that maybe if these guys went to investors, the investors would have been like, yeah, no. First off, you're going to need a lot more money than $250,000. You're going to need probably like $1.5 million to get this done properly. And two, your Yogscast, yeah, you have a successful YouTube channel, but you're not a development team. Even if you have another development team working on it, how do we know they have the experience? You know, and then on top of it, like the Archfiend has said before too, they would have been accountable for the money. Unlike if you do a Kickstarter, they would have had to or maybe they would have gotten a loan from the bank, or the investors would have wanted the money back. Now it's just like, oh, we went through almost $600,000 and here's a code to another game. Look, I'm not knocking them because they're doing more than a lot of other people do, but that's still a lot of money to go through and have nothing to show for it. So, I mean, I really do think it's stuff like this that's going to end up killing off the whole crowdfunded thing. I really have a feeling, hey, I could be wrong, I'm not Dionne Warwick, but I really do have a feeling like in a couple of years, we're going to see websites like Kickstarter go away. I know people are going to be like, oh, Rich, there's always dumb kids out there that will, but I just think people young and old are just going to get fed up with it after these projects keep on failing and failing and failing. And this is like a Titanic-sized one to go under, and I think people are really going to have a bad taste in their mouth after this. All right, folks, this is Rich of Review Tech USA. Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and as always, thank you for supporting my channel. Have a good one.